I sat on the concrete bench in the courtyard and glanced out to the water fountain, light blue water sprouting out, and I saw a black cat leap up to the ledge. And I knew it was an omen as it prowled and meowed, and I knew it needed a drink. And I saw an empty bowl in the nearest apartment doorstep, saw the glow on the milk, the white moon lighted its eyes. Yes. And it was then that I realized the mystery of the black cat, all the bad luck, the mystique, the superstition. And that's when it occurred to me, yes, something did. I realized an answer to all of this, an answer to win back her love. I would visit the witch, yes, I would visit the witch for a love spell, insight into reason. But my mother had said never to court those witches, that they could never be trusted. But I was desperate, knowing Melinda was the one, and I was convinced. I had never met anyone like her before, nor could I ever again. And I always believed marriage was in the cards for us, yes. Maybe a child or two, maybe. I knew that she was just a little lost and needed a little insight. And it was this vision of what we were heading towards, our future together, that I couldn't shake from my mind. A little love spell to do the trick, yes. Suddenly I remembered the 24-hour magic shop, yes, on Cuenca, and all those crystals and gemstones in the window, and the palm readers and tarot cards. And I knew my destiny was there, just around the corner in that little shop. Yes, and the woman that ran it, I think she had the answer. I had heard about her add-ins in the LA Wiki. A few rumors on the street, of course, too, that she had healed a broken love before. Someone's broken heart. It would be a quick walk down the boulevard, and I would be there in no time. Yes, no time at all. Funny thing, time. Inside the shop, I saw an elegant woman sitting with folded arms, and she wore a white dress and shirt, and she had wide blue eyes, and she was calm. The long white dress lifted up over her bare ankles, white as the moon in the wind which carried from the window. Yes. I saw pink and white candles burning on the shelves, and their orange golden halos flickering in my shadows. Potion bottles glowing green, blue, lighting the leaves of dry herbs in jars. The smell, flowery, incense burning, filling my nostrils. I reckoned one scent was patchouli, a stream of smoke carrying in the wind into her long black hair, as she rose from the chair and extended her long fingers with nails curling over, clean and sharp. "Now, what's your problem, dear?" she asked. At first I had wanted to step back, but I approached her. "There's a woman I'm losing. She's grown distant to me. Seems to be pushing me away lately, and I know that she loves me. I know she does." The strange woman's eyes met mine, and I felt her probing inside my skull, as if she was probing my thoughts with some invisible wire. Oh, as if she were reading my mind, sifting through every thread of my unworded secrets. How can you be so sure?" she asked. "Bad romance is not my specialty. That's a matter you should seek help with a psychologist, my dear. Yes, with a psychologist. But what about a love spell?" I said. "I want her to fall in love with me again." "Love," she said. "What's anyone know about that anymore?" she asked. "Come on," I said. "Everyone knows it. You know it, too." "Oh, sure, and then there's free will," she said. "I have no place in changing any of that." "Not to free will," she said. "No, it should. No good one, anyways." "Right," I said. "Right." The burden of silence filled the room and tested my nerves and tested my thoughts. I wasn't sure of what else to say. And I just sat. Why not another try, I thought. So I said, "I just want another chance at love with Melinda. Just one more chance. To be with her again, yes. To feel her skin, her breath, and her eyes touch mine. She's shut me off, and all I want is another chance. Just one more. It's that damn cat of hers, I'm telling you. That stupid cat. What's it do for her anyways? What?" She glared at me. "Perhaps it's unconditional love, my dear. Perhaps unconditional love is your issue. And for that I can't do a thing. I am so sorry, my dear, about this. Like I said, it comes back to free will. Free will indeed." "Unconditional love," I said, "but that's what I give Melinda. I give her unconditional love. There's not a thing I expect in return. No, not at all. It's just that I think she's lost her way. Come on, I know you can do something about this. She's lost her way. Just help me help her find her way back to me." Her eyes glared back into mine. They were deep, there wasn't a blink, and her voice had this tone. "I already told you," she said, as if to hold back her breath in anger. Fatigue of her patience was growing thin. So she said, "Free will cannot be violated, and I've told you that, and it must not be. Even if I could affect it, I wouldn't." "But please," I said. I reached out, and I grabbed her sleeve, and I pulled her close. She snapped her arm free and glanced back. "Very well," she said. "There's something I can do. Yes, I'll do something since you insist. Since you're one of those. I'll do something that won't affect your free will or hers. Be it as extreme as it is, I will do it, and I will do it for you." "What?" I said. "What?" I felt relieved. I felt hope. "What are you going to do? Tell me." So she turned around and she reached for an empty potion bottle. It was empty with dust on the sides, and she ran her finger along the dust and powdered it back into the air. up into the air, yes. I couldn't wait for her response. And then it came. Her eyes rolled into mine, dark as coal. Do you have a picture of Melinda? This woman, do you have a picture on you? Perhaps one with the cat, she asked. I might, I said. I might. So I reached in my pocket and I searched. And then it occurred to me, the phone. Yes, I might have one on the phone. I think I do. Yes, I think I do. So I searched the phone. And I searched until I brought a picture of her up with that wretched cat. And that's when the strange woman leaned over. And she smiled, pointing at the picture of the cat. And the tip of her long fingernail scraped against the chin of the cat. I was nearly breathless, waiting for her to speak. Now look at this pretty little darling cat, she said. Oh, what a dear. And then she snatched my phone away and approached a table with a purple cloth draped over. And she set the phone down next to a stack of tarot cards. And those candle flames danced and danced in my shadow and in the silence. This cat has been waiting for this moment, she said. Yes, for so very long this poor little dead cat has waited for this moment. And now it will be done for the cat. Yes, it will be done for this poor little boy that has waited so long for this moment. I will bring it. That's what she said, ever so mysterious, as I sat there and wondered. I had to ask, what are you talking about? It's me who has waited for this moment for so long, not the cat. You must be mistaken. Oh, no, I'm not mistaken, she said. This cat has waited, indeed. Ah, so very long. You see, what I will do is have you trade places with the cat. And the cat will become you, and you will become the cat. For how long, I said. Yes, I must admit I was wondering how long this trick would last. What if it didn't work? For how long, I asked, for how long? Until the next full moon, she said, or as long as it is midnight. Exactly midnight on that full moon. He must stand and soak in the moonlight and meow 7 times. "7 times?" I asked. 7 times in the moonlight. I went to the curtain, peeled it open, and peered outside. She said, "Yes, tonight you'll start with that moon. Do you see that moon, my dear?" And I said, "Yes, I see the moon. Well, tonight you will drink this potion I will mix, and you will meow 7 times at the stroke of midnight. Not one more, not one less, or else you will forever stay as the cat, and the cat will stay forever as you, even beyond the next full moon. This chance to turn back I must grant you. according to the laws of nature, this chance you had to turn back. Are you sure I can be turned back? Oh, yes, she said, I am sure. But 7 times on the moon, and 7 times from the next. Then she turned away from me, and I heard her whisper, not one more, not one less, or forever you will stay as the cat, and the cat as you, and you will be doomed to be that way forever in the flesh. At first the thought troubled me, I must admit. But what would Melinda think if I was the cat? And I was myself. Yes, I could prove it. And then afterwards, yes, I would prove it to her that she did love me. Maybe I'd find out some secrets. What if there was another man? Confessions to another friend. Confidings. The temptation was great. As the strange woman walked away, I watched her grab the potion and mix it in a bowl. She was adding all sorts of things as she stirred a murky greenish blue liquid into a glass, and then she held the bottle over the dancing flame of a candle, and I watched as she closed her eyes, and I took in the smell and the sound of her voice chanting something filled my ears, and her eyes were pinched tight, and my mind started to drift into an abyss, an emotional darkness, as if floating in space, until I felt that potion bottle in my hands, and I saw long, crooked hair hanging over the chin. And then she led me quickly to the door. She said, swallow it down soon. It can't be in more than 1 hour. These herbs are very fragile in this state, my dear. Now go, 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 onward into the midnight moon. And then she closed the door as I stepped outside, and I headed to the street curb. I saw the Hollywood lights on Cahuenga and the gold signs and the towering Pacific radio towers and all of the neon as I wandered on back to La Brea, and I passed by Musos, and I passed by the Roosevelt. Onward I went, back onto La Brea. Oh, Melinda, by hook or by crook, you will soon be mine, I said, as I swallowed down the potion. Oh, Melinda, by hook or by crook, you will soon be mine.